Welcome back, fellow milk drinkers, to yet another Monday Milk Review. My name is Jacob, and today we are revisiting Nippy's chocolate. Now, some of you may have noticed that the chocolate by Nippy's is a flavor that we've visited before. That was roughly 8 months ago, and that was before I even knew about the no added sugar variant. So what we want to do today is compare the original chocolate to the no added sugar variant. As we have looked at this one before, I'm not going to go super in detail, but I will be drinking just a little bit to quickly refresh my memory. If you've been a long time watcher of me reviewing the Nippy's products, you would know that I am absolutely awful at opening these things. The amount of times I've had to clean my wall thanks to drinks splashing like that, it's unbelievable. That was really stupid of me. I was trying to pop the hole. The first step is to lift up the flaps, which sometimes is a little bit more difficult said than done. Wait, done than said? What? Anyway, let's pick it up now because it's going to be a little bit easier to handle. Let's straighten out these flaps a little bit more. There is a line to cut on both sides. You can see it here, as well as the foil, what would I call that? Let's just call it a foil seal for now. I've forgotten the word that I might have called it once before. This, we're going to poke in the back with a skewer. This will help airflow travel in through the back and then allow the liquid to escape during the pour. I didn't really think about how to word this instructional section. Let's give it a quick cut now. And we will set it to roughly level, poke the hole in the back with the skewer, and lay the skewer down. Now when we begin the pour, it flows very nicely. Look at that. Amazing pour right there. As you may be able to see from the liquid, it is very, very dark, a very rich color, and I love to see that, especially in my chocolate milks. This, from memory, is roughly an 8.5 out of 10. So let's go in for the quick taste right now. Amazing. It's such a thick chocolate milk. For being long life, it really is an astounding product. They do so well on this flavored milk. I'm resisting the urge to go in for another sip, but let's set that down for the moment and get into the no added sugar variant. I'll be opening the no added sugar one the exact same way, so I'll just go and do that now. I remember when we looked at the no added sugar strawberry, it was quite bland in color. So let's see how the no added sugar chocolate performs in terms of its color. Ooh, that's not what you want to see. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Has this gone off? It has not gone off. You saw that top half come out very clear. That was perhaps my own fault. I forgot to shake these up before opening it. Hello everyone, this is Jacob, about 5 hours into my editing of this week's episode of the Monday Milk Review. I've decided that I really needed to just reshoot this. Very thankfully, because Nippy sent me a big box of their products, I thankfully have a spare one of these no added sugars. I had decided that because I had incorrectly prepared the drink, I felt that it was my responsibility to actually give this one a proper review, and I've decided to reshoot this section. But without further ado, let's just get straight back into this. Just as a special note, do make sure very carefully to give these a proper shake before serving them. Let's get into the sniff from the carton. It smells very much a lot like Nesquik. I would say it smells like the bottled Nesquik. I know I've only ever had it once in my life, but there is the Nesquik powder and bottled Nesquik. I've had it once before in the bottle. It smells exactly like that. From the carton, it's only reminiscent. It doesn't smell exactly like that, but it definitely has that vibe. Let's pour it into the glass now. And using the special technique, you can see a very, very clean pour. The color is a little bit lighter than just your standard Nippy's chocolate. However, the consistency looks quite thick. Let's give it a sniff from the glass. Oh, okay. It doesn't have as much of an artificial presence as it first did. The bottled Nesquik flavor was quite prevalent in the carton, but once it's out of the glass, it smells a little bit more like the powdered version that you would make yourself. Personally, I actually quite like Nesquik. I'll drink it every now and again. Let's get into this flavor now, shall we? Well then, the flavor is a little bit hard to describe. It's definitely a little bit further from the oak thick shake, but it heads in a similar direction. It's not the same creamy, rich taste of a standard Nippy's. However, for what it is, it's still quite an excellent drink. This is supposed to be a healthier alternate. It's both gluten and lactose free. It would be really interesting to compare this to Zimmel to see two titans of the lactose free range go head to head. It's actually got a very impressive thickness. I would say that's more than satisfactory in my books. It's not too thick that it feels like it's suffocating, but you can drink it quite easily. It's not a competitor to the oak thick shake in terms of thickness. However, I probably would put it somewhere a little bit thicker than a standard oak. In terms of its flavor, it doesn't really stand out too much. It's a little muted. It's still quite nice. However, it doesn't have the same intensity as a full fat, full sugar option would. Because of that, I'm only going to give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10. I still think it's great. However, it just doesn't really compare to the other drinks. Maybe if I had more of a health priority, I would probably place this higher. In terms of my overall enjoyment as a sort of dessert item, I would say it's only quite middle range. It's still good, it's above average, it's a lot better than a breaker, but it's not what I would go to if you were trying to have a really enjoyable drink. Well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Monday Milk Review. Be sure to leave a like if you've enjoyed today's video, and if you want to keep up to date with everything that I'm trying, be sure to subscribe, or maybe even follow my Instagram to know when new videos release. They'll be out every week on Monday. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next week in the Monday Milk Review. Bye bye!